5 signs an ex is thinking about you. Let's just dive right in. Number 1 is they get mad when you don't want friendship with them. After a breakup happens, they want to remain friends with you because it's sort of the easiest way out for them. They get to have you in their life and not actually lose you. And so for them, it is the easiest way out, being they don't have to have a consequence because of the breakup. They get to keep you in their life, they get to have updates on you. And the problem with that, and the reason you shouldn't do it, is because that's going to basically be relationship timeout for you. It's going to be torture in a way, because you're seeking romantic attention and they're seeking friend attention, if that. Sometimes they might want you, but you're going to be wanting them a lot more. Them wanting to keep you around and maybe even getting mad when you don't want friendship is a sign that they do miss you. It's a sign that they are thinking about you, and it's a sign that they don't want to live life without you, but they don't want to romantically date you at the moment. That's the beginning of that turning into more. It's important that innately this video is going to give you guys hope. It's not necessarily why I'm doing the video. I want to do the video for 2 reasons. Number 1 is that it's going to reach a wider audience, and I think it's going to be helpful for people to have some perspective. But number 2 is because these are signs you're going to run into. These are signs you're going to overthink. And I want to be here to give you guys some context and some things to think about here. These signs that I'm talking about right now are realistic. They do happen, and they do cause people to overthink. So if you're seeing some of these signs and you're looking at it in the appropriate context, and you're an adult who can tell yourself, it's okay to have some hope, but I need to focus on myself, because ultimately I'm the only thing in the story that I can control. Number 2. They frequently watch your social media, and they even interact with it. Have you ever been in a breakup and your ex just seems to watch every single story you post to Instagram? They seem to like new pictures that you're posting on Facebook, and that kind of confuses you. Because on the one hand, you're saying, but you broke up with me. Why do you want to know anything about my life? And on the other hand, you're saying, please God, please let them want me back. It's a totally understandable feeling. We've all been there. When our ex is liking our social media, we want to believe it means exactly what we think it means. And 9 times out of 10, especially when it's paired with these other signs, you're going to notice that this means that they're missing you. They're thinking about you. Why would they interact with your social media if they're not thinking about you? It just doesn't make sense. Number 3, they like and subscribe this video. Number 4, they haven't stopped speaking to your family and your friends. Look, dating someone for years is obviously going to have them become a little closer with some of your family, with some of your friends. What's weird is when they continually speak with your family and friends months to even years after the breakup already happened. They don't want to disconnect from these connections that they've made with your friends and family. And a bonus to all of this is when they're asking family and friends about you. It can be really confusing because you're thinking to yourself, if you miss me, why don't you just talk to me about me? But that's a bit direct, and you have to understand that when someone breaks up with you, they're not always certain of the decision that they're making. And again, be careful with hope. But guys, feelings are hard. And sometimes it's hard to address the person that you were on the fence about because you care about them, but something was wrong in the relationship. And so you want to be able to talk to people in their life as a sort of intermediary, a middle ground, maybe a neutral party. And family and friends can serve as a more neutral party, at least more neutral than you might be. Number 5, they're up to date on everything about your life. This might be from social media stalking. This might be from talking to family and friends and mutual connections, but they seem to know everything about your life. And in the event that you guys speak, they say, hey, how's that new cooking class you were doing going? That looks really fun. I saw some of the things that you posted on Instagram. Well, what does that tell you? That tells you they're taking an interest in the new things that you're doing, and they've actually drawn instances of the new things that you're doing. It doesn't have to be a cooking class. It can be maybe you're going to a new church. Maybe you've changed your hair. They're noticing something about you, and they're pointing it out. Generally, these things tend to be bigger changes. These things tend to be new things that you're getting up to, and maybe you've posted them on social media. If you haven't, no big deal. It's not a prerequisite. It's just a sign that may be helpful. They just seem to notice all of these new things that you're doing, and they're pointing them out. Number 6, they seem to reach out about things that don't really matter. This might be a phone call or a text message or a message on social media, but they're reaching out to you about something that just doesn't matter, or, something that they didn't need to contact you about. This might be, have you seen that shirt that I left there 3 years ago? Or do you remember the name of that Italian restaurant we went to? Or, hey, How's the cat doing? Right? These types of things that you're just scratching your head and like, you broke up with me and you're asking how the cat is doing. Got it. This is what we call the indirect direct approach, coined by Craig Kenneth. He's another YouTuber who talks about this stuff. And basically what that means is that they are directly reaching out to you for an indirect purpose. They're not being clear about what they want, but if you ask them, okay, great, the cat's doing really well. What do you want? They're like, no, it was about the cat. It was about the cat. But they'll keep you on the phone and then eventually bring up something else. Maybe they're missing you. Maybe they're reminiscing about the past. And that's going to be huge. As a bonus, number 7, they're asking you about your love life. Are you dating? Are you seeing anyone? I saw a girl in your profile picture. So you notice that? Now we're tying in social media and asking about your love life. It's important to recognize that the list I gave you is not necessarily extensive. It's not every little sign it could be. And it's equally important to remember that during this time of a breakup, you need to be working on yourself. I point out these signs, and I recognize that this video may give some people some hope. All I can ask is that you take it in stride. Make sure that you are focusing on you, because you are the only thing that you can control. If you guys enjoyed this video, do me a favor, give it a like, hit subscribe. It's super helpful for me. Check out twitch.tv/HiRory. I'll leave a link in the description below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Catch you in the next one.